Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Beginner English podcast. Today, we have an exciting and important topic, organ transplants and how they can save lives. Have you ever wondered how doctors replace a sick heart or kidney? We'll explain everything step by step, so stay tuned and feel free to share your thoughts with us after the show.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here to talk about this topic. Organ transplants are a fascinating part of modern medicine, and I think our listeners will learn a lot today. Before we start, let's remind everyone to grab a pen and paper so they can write down new words they learn.
Let's dive in. Organ transplants have saved millions of lives around the world. Over the years, these operations have become much more advanced and successful. Now, what exactly is an organ?
Great question. An organ is a part of the body, like the heart or the liver, that has a special job or function. For example, your heart pumps blood, and your kidneys clean your blood. Now let's explain that word. Organ means a body part that does a particular job.
Thanks for clarifying. It's amazing how doctors can take an organ from one person and give it to someone else who needs it. But unfortunately, it's not easy to find organs for everyone who needs them.
Exactly. Many people are on waiting lists for years, hoping to get a much-needed organ. Some even die before they get the transplant. That's why this topic is so important to discuss.
Now, here's a big challenge. As the world's population grows, the number of people who need organ transplants is increasing. But the number of available organs is actually going down. Isn't that surprising?
Yes, it is. The main reason is that fewer people are dying in car accidents, thanks to better safety rules and traffic laws. Most organ donors used to be healthy people who died suddenly, for example, in car crashes. With fewer accidents, there are fewer organs to give.
That's a positive sign for road safety, but a problem for patients waiting for organs. So, what solutions are doctors and scientists looking at now?
Well, the medical community is now looking at using animal organs. This is called xenotransplantation. The idea is to use organs from animals like pigs or baboons when human organs are not available.
Let's pause for a moment and explain xenotransplantation. It means taking an organ from one species, like a pig, and putting it into another species, like a human. This could help save more lives.
Exactly. But there are some big obstacles to overcome before this can work safely.
You mentioned obstacles. Can you explain what that word means in this context?
Of course. An obstacle is something that makes it hard to do something. For example, the biggest obstacle in animal-to-human transplants is rejection. The human immune system is designed to protect us by fighting anything foreign, like germs or a new organ.
So, the body might attack the new organ because it doesn't recognize it. That's a serious problem doctors have to solve.
Yes, and while there are medicines to help stop rejection, they might not be enough for organs from animals. More research is needed to overcome this obstacle.
Let's talk about tissue. In organ transplants, why is tissue important?
Tissue is the material that makes up parts of plants and animals. For organs, it's what the organ is made of. For example, pig tissue has a special protein called alpha-Gal. Normally, this makes humans reject the organ.
Let's explain that word. Tissue means the material that forms parts of your body, like muscle or skin. Scientists are trying to change pig tissue to make it safer for humans.
Right. They can genetically modify the tissue so the human body accepts it. This is like giving the organ a disguise so the immune system doesn't attack it.
Now, why are pigs seen as good candidates for organ donation?
Pigs are helpful because they breed quickly and have large litters. Let me explain. To breed means to help animals have babies, and a litter is a group of babies born at the same time. So, pigs can produce many possible donor organs.
That's a practical solution. If scientists can breed pigs with safe organs, there could be enough for everyone who needs a transplant.
Exactly. It's a way to solve the problem of not having enough organs.
But there's another concern disease. Even if the organ works, could it bring new viruses to humans?
Yes, that's a big risk. Viruses inside the donor organ could replicate, which means multiply in the human body. That's dangerous, especially because anti-rejection drugs weaken the immune system.
Let's explain that. Replicate means to make more copies of itself. Some viruses use receptors to enter cells. A receptor is a part on the cell's surface that lets things in.
Scientists are studying how to block these receptors to stop viruses from getting in. It's a bit like closing the door so an unwanted guest can't come inside.
Besides pigs, are there other animals being considered for organ donation?
Yes, baboons are another option. A baboon is a large monkey found in Africa and the Middle East. They are genetically similar to humans, so the risk of organ rejection is lower.
Let's explain that word. Baboon means a big monkey, often with a long face and short tail. But using baboon organs has problems, right?
Correct. Baboons can carry viruses that are dangerous to humans, and they don't breed quickly, so there wouldn't be enough organs for everyone.
This brings up an ethical question. Is it right to use animals for human benefit?
Some people believe it's wrong to kill animals for organs, even if it saves lives. But others argue that since pigs are already raised for meat, using them for organs doesn't create a new moral problem.
It's important to think critically about these issues. Medical progress can save lives, but we also need to consider animal welfare and ethics.
That's right. It's a complex topic, but talking about it helps us learn and make better decisions in the future.
Let's review the new words we learned today. First, organ, a part of the body with a special job. For example, the heart is an important organ that pumps blood.
Obstacle, something that makes it hard to do something. For example, not having enough organs is an obstacle to saving lives.
Tissue, the material that forms body parts. For example, muscle tissue helps you move your arms and legs.
Breed, to help animals have babies. For example, farmers breed cows to have more milk.
Litter, a group of babies born at the same time. For example, the cat had a litter of 5 kittens.
Replicate, make more copies. For example, the virus can replicate quickly inside the body.
Receptor, part of a cell that lets things in. For example, the medicine blocks the receptor so the virus can't enter.
Baboon, a large monkey. For example, the baboon climbed the tree to find fruit.
Now, let's think together. If you had the power to change the rules about organ donation, would you allow animal organs to be used for humans? Why or why not? We'd love to hear your opinions. Share your thoughts in the comments or tell a friend what you think.
That's a great question. Discussing these topics helps you practice English and develop your own ideas. Don't be shy. Answer is important.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed learning new words and thinking about organ transplants. Remember, the more you practice, the better your English will become.
Keep listening and speaking English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Try to use at least one new word from today's episode in your own sentence.
That's excellent advice. Stay curious and keep exploring new topics. Until next time, take care and happy learning.
Goodbye, everyone. Remember, learning a language is a journey. Every new word you learn is a step forward. See you soon.